Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever Bobby Kahn Show. What we're going to do on this show, we're going to talk to cool people around Minneapolis, around St. Paul, hear what they're doing. And I'm very honored on this very first episode of the Bobby Kahn Show to have my good friend, Chris Bacon Tarbox. Bacon, what's going on?
Hello, and welcome to the first ever premiere episode of The Bacon Show, starring me, Chris Bacon Tarbox, here at the stately Minneapolis Television Network in Minneapolis. I'm here with my first guest ever and my good friend, Bobby Kahn. Bobby, how's life been treating you so far?
All right, let's see. You're no guest to MTN here. You've been a MTN stalwart for years. You know how to do Photoshop check.
So you're an accountant, if I've been told correctly. You are a host of a critically acclaimed series of dance classes here in Minneapolis. You were on Freaky Deaky. You were the host of Freaky Deaky here at MTN, which I was a part of, and I was very proud to serve alongside you. Tell me, Bobby, what have you been up to lately? What are you doing with your life?
Well, funny you should ask. I have this new talk show that you're actually on right now. It's called The Bobby Kahn Show. What we're going to do is we're going to be sitting down with people like yourself, talking interesting people who, like, for instance, know how to do Photoshop and know how to be in a band and play the triangle. And what we want to know is just how do you do it?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Bobby, because here on The Bacon Show, we talk to people about what they do in their life, how good they are with money, how good they are at dancing, how good they are at maintaining a solid beard. And you know what? You're my first guest. You're good at all three of those things, so we're going to set the tone for this soon-to-be legendary show, which is The Bacon Show, which is airing right now, which we are taping right now, because this is not your show, this is my show, The Bacon Show, not The Bobby Kahn Show, not So You Think You Can Dance, it's The Bacon Show. Do you help people with their taxes, give them financial advice, and what kind of dance genres are you most fond of? Like, you know, salsa dancing, hip-hop dancing, disco dancing. What's your poison?
So, now, you know, we talk about my job. How about let's talk about what you do. You do a very important role for the world that we need, and that's called being a journalist. So, what inspires you to write things about stuff?
It's funny you should talk about my journalism career, because in journalism, part of my job is asking people questions so they can, you know, obviously answer them. And funny enough, being the host of this show that we're filming right now, The Bacon Show, a big part of my job is asking questions. And so I'm going to ask you a question right now. What inspired you to start doing the Bobby Kahn So You Think You Can Dance class?
Oh, I think you mispronounced the Bobby Kahn Show. What inspired me was I knew that I had, you know, cool people that I know that I could bring down here to be the guest, and as the host of my own show, I could, you know, talk to them and ask them what's going on in their life, and you know, really make a difference for them, because, you know, I already have my own show.
To go back to the whole title of the show, I know it's easy to mispronounce bacon, Bobby Kahn, bacon, Bobby Kahn, bacon. So I know that it gets a little difficult for you. I mean, you work with numbers, not words, so that's totally fine. But this is The Bacon Show, and that's not going to change. We're going to be interviewing the cream of the crop in this fine city of Minneapolis, whether it's artists, musicians, dancers, maybe a magician or two. I love magic. How about you?
Let me mediate for you fellas. Nobody wants to watch Wake and Bake with bacon. They're too used to frying their bacon, even though that doesn't make as good of VLT sandwiches. They're not ready for it. And so you think you can dance? I don't want to think after a long day at the office. I want to veg out. No. The people demand the Joe Rula show. But as it were, they're not ready for it. So, we're going to have to do something else. And now it's